Okay, so today we're going to be continuing the same thing we did yesterday. It's adding and subtracting rational expressions. You'll need to get the common denominators. Sometimes they may already be the same, other times they're not. So if you need to pause the video to write down the notes at the top, then go ahead and do so. Otherwise, we're going to just move on to problem number 1. So problem number 1, if you notice, the denominators are already the same. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this subtraction to an addition, and then I'm going to distribute the negative. So now I'm going to add together my like terms, and negative 2x minus 5x is negative 3x. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. And then my denominator is 4x plus 7. So I'm just going to check to see if I can factor anything, and since there's no GCF in the numerator, no GCF in the denominator, then I'm all done. Alright, number 2, I need to get common denominators here, so I am going to multiply this side by 2x minus 1, and this I'm going to multiply by x minus 4. So now I'm going to FOIL on the top here, so I have x squared minus 3x minus 4x plus 12, and my common denominator is now x minus 4, 2x minus 1. And I'm going to add that to this part. I'm also going to FOIL, so I'll get 4x squared minus 2x plus 10x minus 5. Alright, now that I have exactly the same denominators, I know I can combine into one fraction. And then I'm just going to add together my like terms. So I'm going to look for x squareds, anything with x's, and then anything with numbers. So my x squared, I have 1x plus 4, 1x squared plus 4x squared, that's 5x squared. Then I have negative 7, negative 9, plus x. And when I add, I have plus 7. Alright, you could try to factor, but I don't think that anything will factor in the numerator, and it won't cancel out with anything in the denominator, so that's it. Okay, so we're going to continue on to the next side, so go ahead and flip it over. Alright, so none of these have the same denominator. You might need to factor first. So in this one we can factor. We have x minus 2 and x plus 2. So look at it that way. Now they both have x plus 2 already, so the thing that's missing is just over here, x minus 2. Alright, so the left side fraction doesn't need to change at all. The right side fraction I do need to FOIL, so I'll do x squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 6, and my denominator is x minus 2x plus 2. Now I have the same denominator, so I can put them all into one fraction, and then I'm just going to look for like terms. That's my only x squared, there's an x, and then here's my numbers. So I've got 1x squared. The 3x and minus 3x cancel, so we have minus 2x, and then 5 plus 6 is 11. So now I should see, can you multiply something to give you 11 and add to negative 2, but there's nothing, so that's your final solution. Okay, number 4, I'm going to try to factor. So what multiplies to 8 is positive 4 and negative 2, because then it adds to positive 2. Okay, so now I'm going to look at it like that. My denominators have x plus 4 in them, but this one's missing x minus 2. So I need to FOIL on the top. I have 2x squared minus 1x minus 4x plus 2 over x minus 2x plus 4. And then I am going to change this negative sign to plus, negative, positive. So I'm just going to change all my signs here. Alright, so I'm looking this as plus a negative 3x plus 7. Alright, now I have the same denominator, so I can combine them. And I have 2x squared. If I look at all my x's, I've got negative 8x plus 9. Okay, so I was going to double check if I can multiply anything. I could try like 2x minus 3 and x minus 3. That would give me negative 3 and negative 6. That doesn't add to 9. If I do 2x minus 9, x minus 1, that's not going to add up to, that'll give me negative 9 and negative 2. That's negative 10. So doesn't factor. So I'm just left with that. All right, let's do the last two. So factor the denominator and look for any missing terms. This side is missing x minus 3. Okay, so I don't need to do anything to the left fraction. I'm just going to copy it again. On the right side, I do need to FOIL, so we get 3x squared minus 9x minus 1x plus 3. And then I'm going to look for common terms to add together. So I got x squared, we have x's, and then we have some numbers. So we have 3x squared minus 10 plus 4 is negative 6x minus 4. Okay, so now I've got 3x squared minus 6x minus 4 over x plus 3x minus 3. And you could try to factor. So what would multiply to 4 could be 2 and 2, or it could be 4 and 1. If I want to try to add to negative 6, that's not going to work. This one won't work. That one won't work. So none of these will work. So this is your final solution. All right, final problem. So I know I'm going to try to factor the denominator. It's going to give me x minus 5 and x plus 2. So look at it that way. And then also, if I have a negative, I'm going to change that to a plus, and then distribute the negative to everything that comes after. So on the left side, I don't need to do anything with that. But on the right side, I need to figure out what's missing. So it doesn't have an x plus 2, so I need to multiply by x plus 2. So make sure that you're looking at this as negative 1x minus 3, and then we're going to FOIL from there. So if I FOIL, I get negative x squared minus 2x minus 3x minus 6. All right, now we have the same denominators, so we're going to add those together and make it into one fraction. And I'm going to look for common terms. So we have x squared. We have negative 3 minus 5, that's negative 8x, and minus 1. And then the numerator does not factor, so we can't simplify. And we're all done.